Hi, friends. A very good evening to all of you. And first of all, I would love to wish you all a very happy new year. May you all achieve and receive all that you desire this year. Gratitude for the last year. We all sailed through it and and are safe and happy here back on the madhisluxury.co talk show. So let's welcome today beautiful and vivacious Suchitra Pillai here today with us. Let's all welcome her.
Hello, hello.
Hey, good evening, Suchitra, and a very happy new year to you.
Good evening, Madhvi. You too. I'm glad to be here.
Madhi's Luxury Cohort, where luxury meets multi-talented actress, singer, compare, radio jockey, theatre, and web actress Suchitra Pillai. So, Suchitra, we would like to ask you that you graduated in electronic engineering and followed your heart and went to the showbiz way in 1993. So, how did the journey
That's right.
happen? Would you know your story and your journey today?
It's a strange journey. It was not a planned one, Madhavi. Really, it wasn't. As I was studying to be an engineer. That's what I thought I would end up doing. But I was from the time I was about 17, I started modeling, etc. in Bombay, and that was like pocket money. But never seriously thought about, acting. And in my final year of engineering, I got married. That was my first marriage, and I moved to England after I finished engineering. So I was living there. I lived there for about 7 years. Now, soon after I got there to work as an engineer, I would have had to study 2 more years, for our degree to be recognized. And that I didn't want to do. I wasn't one who was going to sit and design a printed circuit board. So I said, let me try that up. I was working in a restaurant and I was one agency there. So I did some music videos for Bali Sagu, Apache Indian, Talvin Singh. I sang on a few albums, etc. And then out of the blue, this model agency sent me for a screen test for a French film. And they said they were looking for an Indian girl to play the lead in this French movie, which had to do with the dowry system in India. And I went there with absolutely I'd only done amateur theatre in Bombay before going there and in my teens, etc. And then went for this test, and there were a lot of other girls who were all trained actors, and there was me, absolutely brand new. And the casting director, Jennifer Jaffrey, she gave us these two scenes to do from the play, which were very intense scenes, which required me to break down and cry at the end of it and all of it. And the few girls before me, they said, uh, did I lose you,
Yeah.
Madhavi?
No,
Did
no,
I
no.
lose you
I
in
can hear
between,
you.
or no? No.
I can hear
Yeah.
you. So
So
Govind Kumar is saying
the few. Mm, hello. So I a few of the girls before me, they were all trained actors and everything, and they were like, oh, we only have 10 minutes to look through these scenes. I don't think we can get into the character and blah 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 blah. Then I went in, and Jennifer said, okay, come on, sit down, let's read the scenes. And I said, I don't want to sit down. Can I please act out the scenes for you? And she said, okay, how long have you been acting? I said, this is my first audition. She said, okay, fine. Okay, act out the scenes. You can use the paper. I'll play the other part. I said, no, I don't want to use the paper. I've memorized it. So she said,
Oh, wow.
really? Okay, I'll play the other part. And I did both those scenes. And by the end of the second scene, as required by the scene, I was crying and I had broken down. And I was at her feet, like literally crying. And she was just in shock, and I'll never forget her face. And she just picked me up and made me sit on the sofa. And she said, please tell me the truth now, Suchitra, how many years have you been acting? And I said, this is my first audition. I've never acted before. So she said, I hope you realize that this is what you need to be doing. So someone saying there's an echo, Arjun Advani. From whose voice? Mine or Madhavi's? I'm on my AirPods.
Yeah. I Am I audible? Can you hear me? I think there's an echo in the sound. Hello? You've
Just
gone. Hello. Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, now I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. So, and she asked me, how many years have you been acting? And I said, this is my first audition. And she said, you realize this is what you need to be doing. So that was my introduction into acting. The test was sent to France. The director shortlisted me, and the following week I was in Sri Lanka for 6 weeks shooting as the lead of a movie, and that's how it all started for me.
Wow.
So it was
Wonderful.
quite an introduction for me, yeah, for into the industry. And when I came back to England, Jennifer said that she would like to be my agent, which was again after Battle One. So she started an agency, and I was her first client. And she's the one who told
Okay.
me that, to act here in England, you have to do a lot of theater to be taken seriously. You should do theater. So I did a lot of theater, children's theater, regular theater, radio drama, which is huge in the UK, for the BBC, etc. And it was just one thing after another, Madhavi. I didn't really
Okay.
plan it, but it literally was one thing after another. Other than the acting, I did singing, as I said, sang on albums for Talvin Singh, Kula Shaker, a French artist called Rashid Taha. And all these things
Mhm.
just happened by, someone calling up someone saying, "Do you know an Indian classical singer?" And I trained some in
Okay.
classical music, Carnatic vocal. So uh,
Uh-huh.
someone saying, "Oh, yes, we know somebody, maybe she'll be interested." And it was like that, never
Mhm.
me actually
Probably this
saying, "No, no,
time.
no, this is what I want to do." But yeah,
Mhm.
but after doing that first film, I knew that this is what I love doing, and maybe this is what I'm meant to do. And that was back in
Mhm.
1993, and here we are in 2021, and I'm still doing it, and I'm still loving it.
Mhm. Lovely, beautiful, very lovely journey, I must say. And we all have seen you in movies, including Dil Chahta Hai, Page Three, Laga Chunri Mein Daag, Marigold, Tikli, and Lakshmi Bomb,
Lakshmi
Calendar
Bomb, yeah,
Girl,
yeah,
Calendar
Calendar
Girl,
Girls, Das Vidania. There's quite a few.
Dasudanya,
Fitur.
Passion,
Yeah,
to name a
yeah,
few, in Bollywood.
yeah.
And you've done two
Yes,
Hollywood films, The Other Side of the Door
yes.
for 20th Century Fox and The Valley, for which you have won the Best Actress at the Milan and Long Island International Film Festival, making our country proud. So you're one of the very few actresses who have gotten exposure to work in international movies and international theater.
Yes.
So, like, what's been your favorite movie so far?
I would have to say, I mean, histrionics wise, for me, after over 25 years in the industry, The Valley gave me that space. This movie by Saya Karia shot in, thank you. Who's this? Ginny Chug.
Yeah,
Thank you
Ginny
so
is
much.
saying
Uh,
nice session, and Suchitra is
uh,
my favorite. Ginny is saying that.
thank you so much. So this is what makes it all worthwhile when people actually out there actually watch your work. I've always maintained, I mean, you are nothing except for what, the people out there think of you and think of your work. And for me, this was fabulous. With the Valley was a fantastic role, a very poignant role, where I play the mother of a girl who commits suicide. It dealt with teenage depression, a topic which a
Mhm.
lot of people need to be talking about, frankly, a lot more. And it was a beautiful story. So that was a very powerful role. And another role which was very powerful, of course, people love me in Dil Chata Hai as the bitchy girlfriend, etc. They'll
Yeah.
always love that. And that always gave me my identity in the industry per se, to get to work with Farhan when he was 26 years old, directing all of us. That was an experience really of lifetime. But other than that, Karkash is a film that not too many people have seen, directed by
Okay.
Kamal Sadana, which was a very glamorized role where I played the wife of an MCP. Anup Soni was my husband, and it was set in a village and very powerful about women empowerment. So very powerful story. But it was one of those so-called what people call art type movies, so they didn't really get, the right exposure as far as commercially. But that's a wonderful movie for
Okay.
me, as far as histrionics and actually playing a totally different part. But
Mhm.
um, more recently, now I've just done a Malayalam film where I play a blind clairvoyant. Now that was really
Okay.
interesting to do. I've never played blind before, and this was to have somebody to be somebody who's a clairvoyant, a medium, and to be blind and to speak my mother tongue Malayalam. So all of that has been interesting as well.
Great, wonderful. And also, Suchitra, like, how do you balance it out, the international cinema and India cinema? Like, it's different. What is the difference, and how do you feel about it?
Oh, totally different. Yeah, Madhuri, it's completely different. It's another zone. I think people like Farhan Akhtar, Zoya Akhtar, and all the other ones who come close as far as India is concerned and the way the Hollywood works and here. Um, but it's just that the professionalism, the way they work, the respect for time, the respect for everybody's time, the thoroughness of it all. Every tiny little bit. If I'm wearing these spectacles in a thing, these will be the spectacles for the rest of the film. It won't be lying around here, there. As soon as I take them off, somebody will be there to take them. It's really, really point to point, very, very. They're very particular about everything. That's one big thing, and no wastage of time. Absolutely no wastage of time. That's for somebody
Right.
like me who's a Virgo, who's very thing about very particular about time and getting to a place on time, etc. It's fabulous to work with people like that. And I've done these two films. I did a French TV series called Fais Passa, which is a very famous series. Was in the finale season of it. I did that, and bits and pieces. I've just done another English film which should be going to the festivals. It's called Culture.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been a mixed bag of things, but I've always felt that our industry, it's so insecure, Madhvi, that's why you need to be doing other things.
Right, absolutely.
People ask me why so many things, Suchi. You do your acting, your modeling, your singing, you're comparing, you're doing radio, you're doing everything. Why so many things? And I say, why not so many things? When you have to just be realistic and know that this industry is an insecure industry. So you need to have, and somebody like me, I need to be working all the time. So agar ye nahi hai, so something else is there, So luckily, like, I'm a dubbing artist as well. So let's say,
Right.
for example, during the lockdown, only when things started working, dubbing studios started working. So at least I had that shoots,
Right,
So
yeah.
I've always maintained it's not be doing many things at once.
Right. And there's a lot within the entertainment industry itself. It's not just about acting, it's about so many other aspects as well. So you keep exploring and you keep, getting into it as and when required. And definitely, I think between India and foreign cinema, the main difference is discipline and punctuality. The difference of working in Bollywood and Hollywood. One main difference, I think, is this. And if I may ask you, Suchitra, which is the character that you would like to play, which you have not played yet among all the characters that you have done in the past? Any specific thing you would wish to do in the future?
I would like to play. I've always maintained that I'd like to play Umrao from Umrao Jan.
Oh wow! Yeah, probably we'll hope to see you someday into this character soon. And if you can tell us about your experience of music video, because you've been into so many music videos and albums as well. So if you can tell about that.
Yeah, I've been, well, when I first got to England, I was in a video which created waves because Bali Saghu's Dil Cheese, I was in that video. Before that, I was actually Apache Indians Arranged Marriage, which was another video which really created waves, And when I came back for a holiday here, I remember seeing it on Channel V and MTV, and I'm like, oh my God, seriously, it's so huge, And that was Arranged Marriage. I went back and I did Dil Cheese. Dil Cheese for Bali Saghu was the first time they used what they call a time slice camera, where you have a 3D, that kind of photographic image, but 3D. It's used a lot now, but it was the first time it was used. And we shot that entire video in 18 hours. And other than that, I did a video for a track called Indie, which I sang with Rashid Taha, this French artist. So I did that video. I did a video for an artist called Zazie, who's like the Madonna of France. We shot that in Udaipur. So there's been quite a few. I've done one for a singer from New York called Basha. So there's been quite a few. A lot of these people don't even know about. I'm not one to go apna dhindora peetna, as they call it. But for me, it's my work, and whoever's seen it has seen it. Who's Ginny Chug? Someone, Ginny, what question had you asked? Sorry, I didn't see Ginny's question.
I think she wants to ask you that how do you keep yourself so fit and you look so young?
Fitness. Ginny, yes. Now that I have to tell you, and I'm telling you, this is the God's truth. I'm very bad when it comes to, exercising. I don't exercise. I eat absolutely everything. You can ask anybody who I've worked with or my family how much I eat and how much sugar I consume. But my metabolism is very high. which is what I'm really lucky. I had gone when I was 43. I'm 50 right now. I turned 50 last year, and when I was 42 to for my health checkup, they told me I had the metabolic rate of a 14-year-old at 42. So no wonder I don't put on weight. So I'm just one of the lucky ones, I think.
Lucky
But
you, actually.
yoga, if I had to advise anybody, yeah. But I would, yoga is my thing, if at all. I need to get back to it. Yes, I know. Thank you, Ginny. But yeah, if I had to get back to it, it would have to be yoga. Yeah. There was somebody called Ravi who asked a question earlier. I think Ravi Sharma it was, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you, Ravi. He mentioned that he saw me in Dulha Mil Gaya. Not too many people have seen that movie. And yeah, I'm 50. I am 50. That's the God's truth. I don't mind saying it.
Ravi is
Yes,
written,
so
I
Dulha Mil
still
Gaya.
can't forget. Ravi is written, I still can't forget you. You dance Chitra, ma'am.
You dance.
And I mean
Yeah.
the same.
In Dulha Mil
Yeah.
Gaya. In Dulha Mil Gaya is a movie I did with Sushmita Sen, Shah Rukh Khan, Fardeen Khan. Fun movie, really fun movie. It took very long to make, but it was a very fun movie. And that particular dance you're talking about, Magar Meri Jaan, believe it or not, Ravi, I was 3.5 months pregnant in that when I shot that in Trinidad and
Okay.
Tobago on the beach wearing a sarong and everything. I was 3.5 months pregnant. I said, Are Jane do, still I am going to dance. It's okay. So yeah,
And
that
he's
was when
also
I was
mentioned you
pregnant.
were
So
superb
that was a
in
fun film.
Betab. Betal. You were
Betal.
superb in
Betal
Betal.
is something I'm very proud of. Betal is something I'm very proud of, Madhavi. It's a Netflix show that I did last year. It was released during the lockdown, and Shah Rukh Khan produced it, Red Chillies. And I had a fantastic role. I had never played like an officer before. I was playing the commandant of a task force, and I'm the one who gets possessed. It was a horror show, and I'm the one who gets possessed. But it was not zombie for me, no zombie masks, etc. So it had a lot to do with the acting, and my director Patrick, he just wanted me to be very menacing without even saying things. Yeah. So this character's hair turns gray overnight because she gets possessed by Bital, and but it's all very, very eerie when, Tyagi, that was my character's name, when Tyagi is on the screen. And I was very happy when people came up to me and said, Oh, you really scared us just by that one shot of you just staring. So I was like, oh, then my job was done, including Shah Rukh. I asked him what he thought, and he said, you scared me. So that was good enough for me.
You did. You've done very well in all your characters and roles, and we love you. So, in fact, I got a
Thank
personal
you.
message from Nasir Abdullah that Suchitra is beautiful and intelligent. Please pay my regards to her.
Oh,
And
Nasir, I love Nasir. He's so sweet. Yes, of course, we know each other for a long time.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I would like to
But
ask
it's
you,
great,
Suchitra,
Madhavi.
your
I mean, I've been in the industry now.
Mhm.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Please carry on.
Go ahead. No, no, I was just saying that I've been in the industry now for like 26, 27 years now. And it's been an incredible journey, and I always tell people, um, I may not have reached the peak that a lot of people expect me to reach after all of these years, but that really doesn't matter to me because I've done the work that I wanted to do and on my own terms. I've been very, very, I've been very lucky that I've worked with some incredible directors, be it Pradeep Sarkar, Madhur Bhandarkar, Farhan Akhtar, you name it, Rajat Kapoor, all of these people. I've worked with all of these directors, and it's been a fantastic journey. So I don't really see it as, my life could have changed. I was offered Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar with Amir Khan when I was doing engineering, Aisha Jhulka's role, and I would have had to give up my studies at that point, and I didn't do it.
Okay.
I didn't do it. So who knows? My life would have been totally different at that point. But you live and learn, and I've always lived without any regrets. For me, that's
Right.
what really matters. I love what I do, and I feel blessed, Madhavi, that I'm doing something that so many millions of people want to do. I have got given opportunities. Touch wood, I have some talent, which is being appreciated on platforms that I'm getting to showcase it. So I'm happy
Absolutely.
about that. So I'm happy about that.
True. True. And also, not every actor gets an opportunity to work internationally. The amount of work that you've done internationally, that's also like, I think you're
Yeah,
fortunate and you
yeah,
make our country proud with the international award as well that you received. And if I may ask you,
yeah.
Suchitra, about your
That
future
was
plans.
exciting, Madhvi. I mean, your future
Yeah.
plans, my plans are always, well, I just need to have lots of plans. That's all. No, just going back to the award thing, after 25 years, when you get appreciated for something that you really love doing, it was a very emotional moment for me in Long Island when I received that award. Um, it really was. And it's kind of a culmination. And I know how people say, oh, awards are not important, etc. But sometimes certain awards, when say maybe it's your first one, first major one, etc., they do carry a special place, and to kind of know that your hard work is being appreciated. I mean, it took somebody abroad to appreciate my work, but I was just happy that it was, and it was great to receive that. And after that, for the same movie in Milan, I won Best Actress as well. So that was great. And sorry, I jumped to your question. What did you ask me?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
the
I
other
mean, I
side of the
want to,
door, Ravi. You saw that?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's my
And
other
a lot of
Hollywood
comments
film, the horror
actually.
film where I played a 65-year-old.
Yeah, there are a lot of comments. I can't read all of them, but a lot of people are commenting. I'm a huge fan of yours and so unique. Sushma B. Rao, she's commented just now, and
Thank you. Thank you so much.
being such a Indian, something feels proud. Yeah, okay. She also being from South India, so it feels proud. Yes, we
Yes, yes.
all are
Rao, of
proud
course,
of
is
her,
South Indian. So, yes, thank you.
and we all love Suchitra. So, as you know,
Thank you
Suchitra,
very
the
much.
program is about Madhvi's luxury co-dot. I would like to ask you the definition of luxury according to you.
Luxury for me is what is affordable, frankly speaking. Luxury for me is something that your pocket can afford. You should not live beyond your means. So you can find luxury in, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be overpriced. Luxury doesn't have to be overpriced, whether it's materialistic things, whether it's going on a holiday, whether it's traveling, whether it's going to a restaurant. It doesn't have to be overpriced. When somebody says luxury lifestyle, it doesn't have to be the brands, etc. So for me, luxury does not involve brand names at all. I can count on one hand the branded things that I have, whether it's a bag or a shoe or whatever, which I have not even bought. They've probably been gifted to me. So I'm definitely not a person for brands. I'm a high street kind of a person where I go to the Forever 21s and the Zaras and the Angos, and that's where I buy my clothes from. Um, um, so luxury for me is something that's affordable, but something that's unique, different from the others. So you don't have to be run of the mill and be like the herd. And if somebody has that bag, you should have that bag. I really don't think so. Be unique, be yourself, and choose things, choose luxurious things which suit yourself and your personality. Be it your beauty products, be it your holidays, be it whatever your materialistic things that you use. Choose it according to your budgets and choose it according to yourself, rather than trying to be somebody else.
Lovely, beautiful. And as we are in the new year, I would like to ask you your new year resolution.
Oh my God. Every year there's a resolution. हाँ, तो होता नहीं है, but this year, well, one is definitely to stop smoking. I know I'm definitely doing that. I don't smoke much, but even whatever I do, I'm going to do that. And the next thing is for me to get my accounts and my finances and everything streamlined. That's my resolution for sure. Because I'm useless when it comes to finances. I'm totally useless. This running behind some invoice and some GST and some tax and some CA and all of this, it gets really too much for me. So that I've decided I want to streamline that. So that's one of my resolutions. And of course, to work a hell of a lot more and get my second music album out. That's definitely one of my resolutions, to get that one out for sure.
Wonderful. So this weekend, I'm going to watch the Valley Ravi saying, as I have become big fan of yours, and wish if there was no COVID. and all
There
that,
was no.
I surely have come from Delhi to Mumbai and could have met you. Yeah, met you again there. So
Thank you
great.
so much, Ravi. Thank you so much, Ravi.
So now
Thank you.
to know a bit more about you, I mean, me and the audience would like to know more about you, Suchitra. So we'll be going for a rapid fire round with you. And as per you, is it hard work or smart work? Hmm.
Um, Sorry, hard work or
Or smart work?
what was the option?
Hard work or smart work?
Smart. No, I didn't get that. You
Between the two,
hard
is it
work for
hard
sure.
work? Okay. And your strength?
I can't hear you. I couldn't hear you.
Uh, okay. Can you
My
hear me now?
strength is my belief. Yes, I can. My strength is my belief in myself.
Lovely. Beautiful. And other stars' work that you admire?
Oh,
Can you hear me?
many, so many. Uh, Rekha, Shabana Azmi, Nasiruddin Shah, Smita Patil,
Mhm.
from the present lot, um, Ranbir Kapoor, Ranveer Singh, the
Hmm.
girls, Alia Bhatt for sure,
Mhm.
um, and Deepika is fantastic too. Another person I really admire is Priyanka Chopra and the way she has reached where she has on her own steam. That's my motto. That's
Mhm.
always been my mantra. And to see somebody do that, and succeed in life and touch wood, have a happy life. God bless her. You know,
True.
it's wonderful to see. So, yeah, very, very proud of her.
True.
Very, very proud of
Absolutely.
PC. Yeah, I got,
Yeah.
of course, an
And money?
opportunity to work with her in fashion. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
money, I'm very bad with money. I'm very bad with saving money. What to do? But, but
Between
I'm
your
not
choice?
but I'm not a spendthrift. Frankly,
Yeah.
I'm not one of these who goes and spends too much money on brands, etc. As I said, I'm not one of those. But I'm very bad when it comes to saving. So somebody has to really just sit down and say, okay, now so much has come into the account. Please just save some. So even though my father used to be in finance, really, I wish some of that had rubbed off on me. Frankly, so money is that. Yeah, but
Okay.
money is important to me, but not the be all and end all of everything. No.
So, like between money and fame, what do you choose?
Fame, because thanks to the fame, you can make money. Thanks to social media and all of these things. If you have fame and you're famous, you can make the money. So I would choose the fame.
Yeah. And best thing about the entertainment industry?
The fact that there is opportunity for everybody, and the fact that somebody like me who wears many hats gets an opportunity to be in many things at the same time. That's the best thing about the entertainment industry. To be appreciated for your talent, and yeah, that's what I love about the industry. It lets me be me, without any filters. It just allows me to be me, and that's what I totally love.
Beautiful. And your inspiration?
My inspiration would have to be, it's always been, it sounds cliche, but it has been my mother, because she was somebody who, started working. She started studying again after me and my sister were old enough. Started studying again, did her
Mhm.
B.Ed, became a teacher, then started
Okay.
teaching. She was teaching in a college for over 30 years. Then she studied more. Then she started teaching mass communications. So she's
Wonderful.
really been an inspiration, and she would handle the house and everything along with her. So I would have to say I always maintain that she is my inspiration.
Wonderful and truly inspiring, I must say. Your favorite one-liner?
My favorite one line is, I think we have some unfinished business.
Okay. Your strategy in crisis?
My what?
Your strategy in crisis.
My strategy in a crisis is to take 3 deep breaths, breathe in 4, hold for 2, breathe out 8. Okay, before you react to anything, take 3 deep breaths. So if you're in a crisis, do not react immediately at the moment. Just wait and breathe it out. Just sometimes you just breathe it out. Really go and then deal with the crisis and the scenario, because it helps. It really does help.
Lovely. And what is one thing no one knows about Suchitra Pillai?
Ooh, one thing that nobody knows about Suchitra Pillai is probably that I'm a real clown around my friends and around my family. I'm a complete clown. I'm always the entertainment, as they call it. And yeah, that may be one thing that they don't know about me. And the other thing that a lot of people don't know about me is about my singing. Actually, they've only seen me as an actor, and a VJ, and compare, etc. But yeah, that's another thing that a lot of people don't know.
Okay. And describe yourself in one word.
Real.
Lovely. Beautiful. And advice to youngsters who would want to get into this industry.
My advice to them is, just stick at it. This industry takes a lot out of you when you don't have a backing, you don't have a godfather. I was one of the lucky ones, Madhvi. I got an opportunity one after the other. Of course, Channel V, I went out there and I got my job myself. I went to the general manager at a party and I said, "You have a fantastic channel, but it's your loss because I'm not on it." And that's how I got my first job. So believe in yourself. That is the bottom line. Give yourself a certain time frame so that you don't get so disappointed. And as I said, keep your finger in a few other pies. In this line of work, as I said, you can be a dubbing artist, you can do theater, you can do film, you can compare, you can do a lot of other things, so that you don't put all your eggs in one basket saying this or nothing else. Don't say I only want to be a hero in the movies or heroine in movies. Do television. OTT platforms now are huge. There's a lot more opportunity, but yes, you have to put in some hard work as well. I have no qualms in saying, Madhavi, till to date, today, when I don't have any work, there are spates of time when there's 3-4 months without any work. I pick up the phone even now, and I call up the casting directors and I tell them I'm not doing anything right now. If you think there is anything good for me, please let me know. I'm free at the moment, and I have zero ego about it. I think that is my biggest strength, and always has been. To leave your ego at home, it's a big job when it comes to showbiz. It frankly is a big job, but it really stands you in good stead for many, many years. When you have good relationships with people that you work with people who you've done projects with, etc., that stands for a whole lot more than putting yourself up on a pedestal and thinking that you are, untouchable. Um, what is your favorite performance among these? I would say Valley, Ravi Sharma, Valley. Yeah, that's my favorite performance. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, um, that's one big piece of advice I would give to the young ones wanting to get into this industry. Fame comes and goes. Yeah, what you have is yourself. Please be rooted. Please stay grounded. Because that is the biggest downfall in this industry, when you start thinking that you're better than everybody else. And as I always maintain, I will always be only that much that my fans or the people watching my shows or watching my work think of me. Who died and made me somebody from the skies. Be grounded, be rooted, and just know that this is a job. This is just another job that you are doing. You're entertaining other people, and that's what it should be. And you are blessed to be able to get opportunities to do it. So please count your blessings every single day.
Wonderful advice, I must say. And you de-stress with.
I de-stress by listening to mantras. For hours on end. I'll just put on the headphones and I hear mantras, whether it's to remove negative energy, or the only other way to de-stress for me is dancing. And I was a big raver for 25 years in Goa, so I would be at all the raves, and that was the biggest de-stressor for me. I would dance. There's been a time where I've danced for 11 and a half hours straight. So
Oh,
just stopping for chai and
amazing.
stopping for water and dancing again. So I'm literally dancing is my biggest release. Yeah.
Lovely, beautiful. And one relationship rule that you always swear by.
One relationship rule.
Yeah, you always follow.
In a relationship, give each other some space. Okay, give each other that much space that you are also still part of their life, but you are allowing them to be themselves. As soon as you start controlling somebody, it doesn't work. Yeah, let them be who
So
they
giving
are, and
space,
then they let you be who you are, and that's how two people live. Yeah, space is very important in a relationship for
important.
any couple. Space is very important, and it makes the relationship a little bit more interesting. Then if you're just all the time, together and into each other all the time, it doesn't work. Let him do his what he likes to do. Let him go on his boys' nights out. You do your girls' nights out. Things like that makes the relationship a little bit more interesting, where you all can sit and discuss things rather than it's just the two of you day in and day out all the time. So yeah, space.
Right. A good advice for everyone. And if I may ask you, what are you most passionate about among these so many hats that you wear? Theater, VJ, radio jockey, and then also movies, as well as singing. So, what are you most passionate about out of all these?
You haven't mentioned being a mom. I'm most passionate about that.
How sweet.
That's for sure.
Wow.
But
Lovely.
that's one of the hats that I love. That is, I'm most passionate about that because my daughter is my life. I mean, she is my. I might introduce you to her
Beautiful.
briefly. She's
Sure.
outside.
Please. Yeah,
But
please
she's
do. If you dare.
touch wood. She's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful child, and she's completed me. For want of a better description, and she makes me. It's she taught me selflessness. When you become a mother, you know you are not important anymore, and that's great. When I talk about keeping ego at home and keeping ego at bay with my when it comes to, especially in industry like ours, this is very grounding. To have a child is very, very grounding. And as I said, nothing is important. Fame, fortune, money, Hollywood, Bollywood, Shollywood, you name it, is not.
Beautiful.
I would kill for my child. If need be, I would really kill for her, and that's what's important.
Lovely.
So
How
um,
nice.
in the bigger scheme of things, Madhavi, people don't really, there's a lot of pettiness that goes on in the world. There's a lot of unnecessary, kitpate and unnecessary people giving too much importance to rubbish, or gossip
Yeah,
and talking about
true.
other people and holding grudges against other people, etc.
Yeah.
Life really is too short. And in the last couple of years, actually, I've seen that very close quarters, and I don't mind sharing it with our viewers. I mean, I was there holding my father's hand. He passed away 2 years ago. And two
So
months
sorry.
before that, I was there holding my uncle's hand when he passed away, the last person.
Mm.
Things like that kind of really made me realize, when you're there at somebody's deathbed and you see them going like that and they're gone, at the end of the day, what do you want, Madhavi? You want to have lived a life where there are no regrets. You want to have lived a
Right.
life which you have lived to the fullest without stamping on anybody's head or stamping on anybody's toes, or
True.
no, or without giving anybody an opportunity to point a finger at you saying, my God, but that person did me bad. I know that my father went a
Right.
happy man because I know 120% there's not a single person who would ever point a finger and say this man did something bad to me.
Mm.
And at the end of the day, that's what makes it all worthwhile. All this is all temporary.
Absolutely.
I may sound like a sadhu
True,
over
true.
here. Maybe that's my
No, no, no,
calling
but absolutely
later on.
correct.
But
No, but
but it
really,
is in the bigger picture. You really need to. Yeah,
yeah,
I've always
true.
maintained. My friends keep asking me, how can you be so calm and how can you not,
Mm.
somebody does something
Mm.
bad against you, you will not
Mm.
retaliate. You will not
Right.
turn around and have a conversation. I say, because that is their shortcoming. It's not mine. It is their,
Beautiful.
what they are going through.
Mm.
Let them go through that. Let them say, let them get it
Yeah.
out of their system. It's over and it's done with. Ho gaya, jo ho gaya, so ho gaya. End of story. And let them realize, it's not me to sit
Very
up here saying, oh,
nice.
what you did was wrong or right. Nobody has that right to say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope a lot of people understand that it's no use gossip and all these things, and it's better to make yourself a better human being and be good and nice to each other. a lovely
Yes.
message, I must say.
Oh, yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely.
And the most
Yeah.
unconditional love is
Thank you.
between the parents and the child. It's the most selfless and unconditional love for sure.
Yeah,
There's no love like between the mother and the child
absolutely.
and the parents and the
Absolutely.
child. And now I would like to ask you the definition of
Oh,
love
yeah. And
according to you.
other than parent, other than parent and child, one more here, child of mine. This is also another unconditional love. Pets.
Oh, okay, how sweet. So, wow. So cute. Lovely.
So that's another unconditional love for sure. Yeah.
True, true, true. And I would like to ask you to define love according to you, Suchitra. How do you define love?
It's a feeling that really, I would define love as a feeling that you can't really define, but it's something, it's what you feel inside where, for somebody, where that person, or that person becomes everything and you become nothing. When you can put somebody in front of you, and make them more important than you, and see that their happiness, their sadness is more important than your happiness, your sadness, that's love for me.
Beautiful. Lovely. And if I may ask you for an impromptu of a song or an acting or a VJ, whatever that you wish, or maybe everything that you
Okay,
can just give
song.
us.
Okay, let me. So song, if I'm doing a song, let me do it properly. Let me try and get just 1 second.
Sure.
I'll just get
It's
my
been a
daughter.
really
Maybe
interesting
she can get me
conversation.
some. Just
And
give
it
me a
would be nice
second.
to
I'll be
speak
right
out.
here.
Sure, 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 sure. So I
Anika,
time listening to Suchitra Pillai here with us,
iPad.
and it's been wonderful. I'm looking forward to hearing a song from her now. So she's
Yeah,
really
I'm gonna just
multi-talented
find
and
a. I'm gonna
multi-dimensional.
sample.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There. Hi. Hello. It's gone mute. I think the screen. Hello. Yeah. I think it's gone mute. I can see you, but I think the screen is. Yeah. Yeah. I think she's connecting back. Yeah. I can see you. I can't hear you. I think the sound it's gone. Can't hear you. Okay. Yeah, maybe I think they're adjusting the sound for the music. So let's wait for a minute. Um, yeah, we need to just wait. I think they're adjusting on the music so that we can hear her sing. So we're going to hear her live singing here, and she's coming up with the new here. Lots happening.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes, I
yeah.
can hear you now.
Hear me now? Yeah.
Yes, sure. Yeah, good. So I can see your daughter.
One
Hi.
second.
Hi. So pretty. She's so sweet. I can see. Hello. No, she's
That's
shy,
Anika.
baby.
See, so pretty. This.
Yeah, very beautiful.
uh,
Pretty.
so she's doing all the technical for me right now. So
Wonderful.
that's what she did. Just 1 sec.
Very. Yeah, I think kids are much more tech savvy than
Turn off
even
this
us
Apple
now.
Pencil. It will help. Most definitely. Okay, then just play it on this one, Anika. Empty. What was that? Empty. That was that? No. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to shut the door. Let's forget this. Please.
So is it a Hindi song,
You can hear
Sujitra?
me, right?
If you can tell me a little bit about the song, is it like Hindi, English, or is it the latest one which is coming?
You want me to do Hindi or you want me to do English? No, no,
Both
no.
are okay.
English, I'll do an English song, or you want me to do Hindi? I don't know.
Good with both and whatever you feel like.
Oh, what would your viewers prefer? I can't hear you.
Yeah, it can be
Okay.
Hindi, English.
I'll do a Hindi song first, a
Okay,
ghazal, a little. I'll do a little bit of a Hindi ghazal, and then I'll do an English song.
great, perfect. Sounds good.
I hope the sound I'm hearing a lag, an echo. I hope the sound is still coming clear for you guys.
I can hear you clearly. Hindi song. Hanumant Talwar is saying Hindi song.
Okay. 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 बात निकलेगी तो फिर दूर तलक जाएगी लोग बेवजह उदासी का सबब पूछेंगे ये भी पूछेंगे कि तुम इतनी परेशान क्यों हो उंगलियां उठेंगी सूखे हुए बालों की तरफ एक नजर देखेंगे गुजरे हुए सालों की तरफ चूड़ियों पर भी कई तर्ज किए जाएंगे कांपते हाथों पे भी फिक्रे कसे जाएंगे चाहे कुछ भी हो सवालात ना करना उनसे मेरे बारे में कोई बात न करना उनसे बात निकलेगी तो फिर दूर तलक जाएगी. So that was the short one by Jagjit Singh. Let me. Are you there, Madhvi?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Very soothing and beautiful. Loved it.
And
Wow, Jagjit
thank
Singh.
you.
Yeah.
And for the people who like and
So there's a
me
comment.
sing. Okay, hold on.
So I think this is going to be English now. We heard Jagjit Singh now. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I'm just trying to find a -1 track.
Sure. Please take your time. And it's been lovely listening to
Okay,
the
here we go.
beautiful.
This is a track by U2.
Okay.
Yeah, the track by U2. You know, Madhavi, if you can mute your mic, that might help while I'm singing because I'm getting a disturbance.
Yeah. Okay. So is it fine now? I'll just mute. It's on mute.
Okay. Okay, so this is a song by U2. It's a song that I love, and it's called "Where the Streets Have No Name." Ah, sorry. Oh no. I hope you can hear the music. Oh God. I'm so bad when it comes to all these technical things. Sorry, I just stop this music. Anika,
No.
come back. Sorry about this. Can you hear the music? No?
I can't hear the music.
I want to run.
Hmm.
I want
Yeah.
to hide. I want to. Hold on, I'm going to get her here. Anika, can you? Why is there less? Why is there less Ah, no wonder. Sorry. There we go. Now you can hear.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I want to run. I want to hide. I want to tear down the walls that hold me inside. I want to reach out and touch the flame where the streets have no name. Ah, ah, ah. I want to feel sunlight on my face. I see the dark disappear without a trace. I wanna take shelter from the poison rain, where the streets have no name. Oh, where the streets have no name, where the streets have no name. We're still building, then burning down love, burning down love. And when I go there with you. It's all I can do.
Amazing.
Madhvi, I can't hear you, Madhvi. You're
Yeah, it's
muted.
amazing. I must say. I mean, you
Thank you.
equally got in Hindi as English. I can't
Thank
say
you so
which
much.
one is better. So good. Too good. Thank you so much, Suchitra. It's been a real pleasure and honor hosting you here on Madhvi's Luxury Hotel.
Yeah, it's
And wishing you all the best. Looking forward for many more movies
my
and
pleasure.
theater.
My pleasure. And
You
time
know,
could have gone on and on. Maybe, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Let me tell you, there's a lot of stuff coming up this year, which I've already shot for on the OTT platforms. There's a show called Hello Me on MX Player. I'm in season 3 of that. There's a show called Call My Agent. I'm in that. There's a new show on Netflix. Zoya Akhtar and Farhan Akhtar are producing. I'm in that. I'm in this Malayalam movie called Cold Case. I'm in an English film called Culture Vulture. So I've done a lot of work. After the lockdown was kind of lifted as far as shoots were concerned. So I'm looking forward to this year being a good one.
yeah. Pleasure hosting you. Yeah, thank you so
Thank you.
much,
Thank
Chitra.
you, Madhavi. Thank you to all the people who tuned in. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, bye. Have a great evening. So, all the people who have miss my shows can watch it on YouTube. And as you all know, that for any queries related to real estate, art, hospitality, weddings, fashion designers, jewelry designers, wellness, health, mental wellness, as well as we have chartered accountants on board and also financial consultants. So any queries related to any of these segments, you can get in touch with us. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.